Who is Broteer Farm? Come close, let me tell you a little story. Broteer's journey is a rare story of an African nobleman's life turned upside down by slavery. Around 1730, a royal family introduced a new member to their family. The child was named Broteer Farm. He recalls he was born in the Kandara in Guinea. Now, unlike today, Guinea around this time of Broteer's birth referred to a broad area of West Africa. According to Broteer's description of the nature of the people from his tribe, he said, "I descended from a very large, tall, and stout race of beings, much larger than the generality of people in other parts of the globe." He came from an area rich in wildlife and vegetation, with plentiful of savanna grasslands for raising cattle and sheep, both of which his father owned in vast numbers. The Farrers were a wealthy and well-respected family since Broteer's dad, a local leader, exercised the highest authority and respect from the society. As an African, I can confidently say that the life of a royal family in Africa is totally underrated by the narratives that tell the story. Royal families from today still have an abundance of respect and control over society, even though they don't have absolute power due to the introduction of the government. And a few of these royal families still live a wealthy and luxurious lifestyle. Imagine life as a royal figure in the 18th century when they had absolute power and control over society. His life in Africa was marked by the rich cultural heritage of his tribe and the traditional customs of his people. Broteer was the first son of his father. As polygamy was not uncommon at the time, especially within a royal family, Broteer's dad decided to marry a third wife without the permission of Broteer's mom. As a result, Broteer's mom was not happy with the decision and decided to leave with Broteer and his siblings. His mom left him in the hands of a rich farmer and continued her journey to her own country, which is not known. However, this was not seen as an abandonment by the tribe, as it was common practice for a noble son to be apprenticed by a trusted elder to prepare him for the future. After a while on the farm, which he recalls to be around a year, his father put out a search to go retrieve his son and bring him back home where he belongs. But after returning home, Broteer's struggle had only just begun. For a neighboring tribe and a neighboring kingdom had their eye on the land of Broteer's people. Shortly after his return, the neighboring kingdom sent a messenger to Broteer's father, asking for a large sum in return for the safety of his kingdom and people. The king agreed to the terms and the tribute was sent. However, the enemies had a different plan in mind, as they ignored the terms of the tribute and invaded Broteer's people. Broteer recalls, "This is what I first saw, and it alarmed me and the women, who being unable to make any resistance, immediately betook ourselves to the tall, thick reeds not far off, and left the old king to fight alone. For some time I beheld from the reeds defending himself and his kingdom with great courage and firmness, till at last he was obliged to surrender himself to their hands." Now I cannot imagine what I would feel in that moment to see my father struggle to defend his kingdom and his family. But I can't help but to just stand and witness my father's downfall. Perhaps witnessing his father standing up to these invaders taught Broteer something: courage and integrity, which will serve him for the rest of his life. This traumatic event led to his forced removal from his homeland as he was captured by this neighboring tribe. Broteer was held by this neighboring tribe for a while, awaiting to be sold, as it was a common practice for this tribe to earn large sums of profit. He was then sold to European slaveholders and was introduced to the brutality of the transatlantic slave trade. He had reached the point of no return, where 8-year-old Broteer, amongst others, was forced on a ship that sailed thousands of miles away from the homeland through the darkness of the ocean into a new world. He never set eyes on his homeland, was separated from his people, and stripped of his identity as he was given the name Venture. Now, I want you to think about Black history, slavery, MLK, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks. Now, are you gonna sit there with confidence and tell me you did not think about one of these? There is so much more to Black history than just slavery. And there is so much more to Venture Smith than just him being captured and beating the odds to become a free Black wealthy man in America. It's about time that we tell the whole story and not just a part of it.